Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Sunday, July 16th. Got a heat advisory in effect today for large portions of Southeast Idaho, with temperatures reaching into the upper 90s to low triple digits. Got a cold front Monday, though, that'll be bringing those temperatures back down for at least Tuesday, ahead of a warm and drier midweek. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today. Very warm temperatures are expected today. We're looking at afternoon highs about 8 to 14 degrees above normal, and we are going to be flirting with some record daily high temperatures possible. Cold front Monday, we'll be bringing some widespread wind gusts between about 30 to 50 miles an hour region-wide. Some of that could be locally stronger. That's going to bring some increased fire danger concerns, especially with how dry we are going to be. Scatter chances for virga and dry thunderstorms will be possible, so a little bit of lightning chances out there for Monday, with strong outflow wind gusts 50 miles an hour or stronger and some of those isolated downbursts. Drier and cooler Tuesday is expected, with a warming trend returning midweek as temperatures remain seasonable, if not above normal, and turning well above normal later in the week. Look at satellite this morning. Not a whole lot going on out there. High pressure in control. Ridge axis will be shifting directly overhead today. Just a little bit of clouds working through. These are all upper level clouds associated with the low pressure system off the coast of western Canada. And bigger picture for you. So that high pressure, lots of dry air beginning to entrain into our area, and that'll continue at least through the day. Maybe just an isolated chance for some virga and dry thunderstorms up along the Montana Divide today, but should be staying very dry. And this low pressure system here, just a little bit of moisture working in. It's just some outer layers of clouds. And this system will be moving onshore later part of today into tomorrow. And with that, we're going to get a cold front that'll swing through southern Idaho. That's going to help to amplify those winds and bring in some cooler temperatures for your Tuesday. Look at the next 5 days. So main concerns today will center around heat. We got a little bit of breezy afternoon winds, maybe 20 to 35 miles an hour, but nothing too strong. Those stronger winds, again, will work in for Monday with the chance for isolated dry thunderstorms across the entire area. For Tuesday, just some lingering breezy winds behind that cold front as temperatures begin to drop at least a little bit for Tuesday, ahead of a warm-up for Wednesday and Thursday with no impacts expected. Watches, warnings, and advisories. So again, heat advisory in effect for large portions of the area. Nothing has changed here since yesterday. And high temperatures for today, so not a whole lot's changed in the forecast. We've been looking at this throughout the week. Temperatures today will be in the upper 80s to low triple digits, again warmest across the lower Snake Plain and Magic Valley, where best chances for 100 are going to be. But we can also say up to 100 potentially in Chalice and Salmon as well. And take a look at those high temperatures records for today. We are going to be coming very close at most of our climate sites for breaking some daily record highs today. Wind gusts this afternoon should be staying fairly light in the morning, but again, just some general breeziness in the afternoon. Gusts to about 20 to 35 miles an hour. Low temperatures Monday morning, so it's going to be fairly seasonal, especially further south. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s in areas like Pocatello, Oakley, down towards Malad. So certainly can see those heat impacts continue into the overnight hours. We're expecting some poorer overnight recovery further south. High temperatures on Monday, so still very warm. Again, we're going to be starting to see that cooling trend. It's going to become more noticeable on Tuesday. But temperatures for your afternoon on Monday are going to be in the 80s to low 90s, with a little bit of mid-90s still holding on there around the Pocatello, Idaho Falls I-15 corridor. Wind gusts on Monday. So again, we're looking at widespread gusts between about 30 to 50 miles an hour. Some of that could be stronger up in the central mountains and across the Arco, Mud Lake, INL area. Could be seeing gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour for Monday. And the outlook for Monday, this is from the Storm Prediction Center for your Monday afternoon. Just some general risk for some thunderstorms. Again, we're keeping an eye, particularly on the south areas of some potential gusty winds and some organized lines of convection that'll be working through there. Again, not expecting a whole lot in the ways of hail, precipitation, or anything like that. Just mainly going to be focused on wind. And taking a look at the precipitation outlook. So this is just a model reflectivity. This is looking at the HRRR for the later part of tomorrow. So starting off the morning, we are going to see some isolated chances for virga and dry thunderstorms. And again, not a lot of this will be reaching the ground. There's a lot of dry air at the surface. So a lot of this will have a lot of dry air to overcome before it even reaches the surface. But you can see throughout the morning hours, just some chances up in the central mountains over into Montana. But we're going to keep an eye on those afternoon hours. So plenty of sunshine. We're going to see increased instability and sufficient moisture. And we're keeping an eye on some potential organized lines that will be developing. So keeping an eye up here towards the eastern highlands, and especially here, we're looking between Sun Valley, Burley, and the Utah border. Some of these lines could be more organized, producing some stronger wind gusts. So we're already going to be very windy out there for Monday, so it won't take a lot to get those wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour with some of these stronger storms. But as these continue to work east through the evening hours, that wind threat will diminish as cooler air begins to work in behind the cold front. And I thought this would be helpful. This is taking a look at the HRRR thunderstorm wind gust potential in the afternoon. So again, fairly breezy. This is looking at it in knots. So generally looking at about 30 to 45 knots across the region. So fairly strong winds in the afternoon. But you can start to see, at least here on the HRRR, again, just a little bit of that isolated activity pushing 45 to 50 knots, which is at about 50 to 60 miles an hour. And that could be working in about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and evening. So certainly something to keep in mind with some of these organized lines that develop. Could be seeing some very strong wind gusts working through the Burley, Pocatello corridor south to the Utah border tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures for your Tuesday are going to be noticeably cooler, a little bit more seasonable, if not just slightly above normal. Afternoon highs in the 80s to low 90s. And wind gusts on Tuesday, just keeping around some slight breeziness, generally about 30 to 45 miles an hour. Still pretty breezy up in the Central Mountains and Snake Plain and out towards the Wood River Valley, but for the most part, winds aren't going to be as strong as what we saw on Monday. High temperatures on Wednesday, so we kick out those cooler temperatures in exchange for a warming and drying trend midweek, as afternoon highs return into the 80s to mid-90s for your Wednesday. Wind gusts on Wednesday noticeably quieter, but still seeing some afternoon gusts between about 20 to 30 miles an hour. And high temperatures on Thursday, so again, keeping with that warm and dry trend midweek. Not seeing a whole lot of change between Wednesday and Thursday, just a little bit warmer in the Magic Valley, with temperatures back into the 80s to upper 90s. And wind gusts on Thursday, still looking about 20 to 30 miles an hour during the afternoon. And a look at what's to come, 6 to 10 day, not showing a whole lot of change. Looking at a warm and dry period of extended weather here in southern Idaho and across much of the western United States. That's also reflected in the precipitation outlook as well. Below normal favored precipitation is expected in that 6 to 10 day period. That's about all I got for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have a great day and stay safe out there.